Hi everyone, my name is Liz and I am a maker, crafter, whatever you want to call it. I knit, crochet, needle felt, spin, sew, quilt. Sometimes I cross stitch, draw, and whatever else I decide to experiment in and make. Today is... What is today? It's February 28th. I'm recording today instead of tomorrow because I have a doctor's appointment tomorrow out of town, so I won't be able to record in the morning or anytime because it's an hour and 45 minutes away just to get to the doctor's appointment and back. And I'm going to see my daughter. All right. If you like what I have going on here, please like, subscribe, comment, those things. I'm also over on Instagram as Liz's Fiber Crafting Nook if you want to follow me over there. And I do have a Ravelry. I'm Liz's Crafting Nook. I think that's about it. Okay, let's get started into finished objects. It's going to be a boring finished object, but a very useful finished object. Pot holders. The square pot holders. I learned these from my grandma. And the most common you would see is people use regular cotton yarn. I have Peaches and Cream down here, 100% cotton. I don't know about using any other materials. I use cotton. I find I avoid acrylic because you can melt acrylic, but you do you. If that works for you, you go for it. And then this one is cotton thread. All right, some specs on these things. I'm going to tell you my favorite have always been the cotton thread. Real fine stitches. You're not poking your fingers through this, and they're more flexible and less stiff. I mean, this one's fine, but I like these. My grandma used to make these. In fact, I still have a small stash of pot holders that she's made. My grandma passed away, so I haven't been willing to pull them out and let my family gum them up and gross them up because she can never make me more and replace them. I can make more, but she can't. Maybe someday I'll put them in a kitchen. Or I'll look at them and give them to my daughter when I'm too old to care. Alright, I use for the cotton thread, I use a size 7 hook. And for the Peaches and Cream, whatever's akin to Peaches and Cream, I use a size G hook for that. All right, and the size I make, I chain 40 for the cotton yarn to start out with, and I chain 86 for the cotton thread. Lots of people don't do the cotton thread because it takes quite a bit longer. They're tinier stitches, and you have to do, well, you have 40 stitches or 40 chains and 40 stitches for the cotton yarn, and you have 86, so a little more than double for the cotton thread. Even I take a while to make one of these, because it's just doing single crochet and around until you get the size you need. That's not exactly entertaining. It is a good mindless project. These ones go by so much faster than those ones. That's why you probably don't see a lot of people doing the cotton thread. Let's see. I'm going to read. This is my journal, my crafting journal notes. I might have something. These are worked in when you chain. Let's see if I can get it going here. When you chain, here's my original base chain. And then you're going in the round until you get to where you need to go. You're not just folding it in half. I gotta sneeze. Sorry. That just came on. You fold it so it goes diagonal, and then you sew it up this way. So here's your chain, and here's the sew up. And then I add the loop. And that is how I make the square pot holders that my grandma taught me how to make. I only have my pot holders in the kitchen. I don't have cotton I don't have sewn ones. I don't buy them outside the house. Make my own. I make my own oven mitts too. I'll probably show you that at some point, but that's not today. All right. Works in progress. I did not hit my goal to get in a whole skein of yarn into the blanket this week. I did minimal on the blanket. I think I crocheted on it a little bit yesterday. That was it. I did some of my sorry, my brain just went and stopped. I got a little bit done on my Turkish spindle. Still haven't completed the bag. I have, sorry about the reflection, but I have that much left. Worked on it a very little bit. Yesterday, wasn't yesterday. Yesterday was Tuesday. Monday night, I started some socks. I'm needing something portable to leave the house with this week. Tuesday, I went and tried out that making group. It wasn't bad. I'll probably give it another go whenever the next one is. I have to look at the date. And I worked on the socks in that group yesterday. And here is the progress I made. Yes, I have 2 pair going on at the same time. That's 4 socks. These ones are for me. And these ones are going to be some baby socks. Little baby socks. I'm making this with it's a cotton silk blend for the baby socks. I believe the brand was Rowan. I'll share more details about it when it's actually a finished object, because I left the ball band out there. At least I know where it's at. These are Peyton's Croy. And I'll share more details later. But here's the color. that's it on these guys. I'll just keep going and making progress. I needed also not just to have socks or something small to work on at the little get together I went to yesterday. I also need them for car travel and doctor's appointment for tomorrow. That way I have something to work on the whole time I'm out and about. And that is it for my active whips. Wait a minute. I do have that here. It's Rowan Pure Life. It is 30% recycled silk, 36 recycled cotton, and 28 recycled viscose. And I thought that would be okay to use for baby socks. It's not like they're going to be getting like a lot of walking friction going on. Not normally anyway. They'll grow out of them before they wear them out. And okay, that's all my active whips. My goals for the coming week, obviously working on the socks, because tomorrow I'm going to be on the road working on the socks. The blanket to get hopefully through that new skein of yarn that I attached. And maybe some of the spinning, maybe, if I pick it up because I feel like it. And I think that's probably going to be all I can get accomplished, because I have to work. I say that every time. I have to work. And then I'll have a couple days off before I see you guys again next week. Yeah, I'll be happy. I'll be happy with any progress I can make. I might be able to get the baby socks done. If I work really hard on the socks, means I definitely won't get any spinning done, and I might get very little of the blanket done. As long as I work on it a little bit, we're okay. All right, so that's my goals for the coming week. I don't think I have anything else. All right, I'm going to give you some recommends. I'm going to go down my list here. Who's on my list? Who I have not. So, BF Fiber Arts. I enjoy watching her. She dyes wools, picks the wools, preps the wools, spins them, she makes art yarn. I have not seen her make regular yarn. She makes lots of art yarn. I would never in 100 years make art yarn because I have no reason to use it. And my goal is to make myself usable yarn for making things. I'm not saying you can't make things if you're art yarn. I just don't make things from art yarn. I mean, it's being tried, but it's so interesting. Very interesting. Andy Tube. If you are interested in fixing on a sewing machine or working on your own sewing machines, old sewing machines, if you look up Andy Tube, he may have a video on the model you own. He may not. He hasn't been posting a lot of videos as of late. You know, people have lives, and I don't know much about him, but there you go. And then I like to watch Shabby Fabrics. It's sewing, it's fabric. Okay, that will cover the 3 of the things I watch. Eventually I'll run out of telling you, and I'll just tell you when I find new ones. or remind you about old ones that, you know, do a by the way. I watched these guys, or they have videos. I just think it's nice to share the ones that you watch. All right. Life, a little touch base on life, unless you don't want to hear about it, and then I'll see you next week. You have a great day. Enjoy your leap year tomorrow. Yeah. I am the doctor's appointment I'm going to is for being, when you have workman's comp, they want to have their own evaluation before they release you from workman's comp. And I'm going down to see some random doctor I've never seen before, and so they can release me from my workman's comp thing. That'll be so nice. If you've had it and you have to keep going back and forth and doing stuff for that, it's just another thing to get out of my brain space. It'll be nice. Work, and I don't know how to word it for most people. It's okay. I have to write a care plan for my kiddo. That's on my list of things to do. Once that's done, I think we'll be done with the major paperwork for now. And then, I've been looking for a bike for my kiddo. He cannot ride a two-wheel bike. He rides a trike bike. He outgrew his trike bike. He turned into a 6-footer, and suddenly his trike bike was unrideable. And they were expensive to get an adult trike bike. You have to understand, expensive to me, you start talking $100 bill, $200 bill, $300 bill. You're talking, that's a lot for us. And some people are like, oh, that's nothing. Well, that's for you. For us, we have to really plan for these things. He gets fatigued easy, and so you'll be out bike riding, and he'll decide he's too tired and he stops. Suddenly you're faced with, you are stuck with a bike that you can't ride because you have your bike, and a person who you can't pack, and you don't have a vehicle to pick up. And even if I called for help, someone could come get us in the car, but I don't have a pickup truck to pick up the bikes. And of course, you don't want to abandon it on the side of the road to be stolen. Not that there's a lot of that here, but there is some of that. I had my bike stolen when I was a child because I left it somewhere where I thought was out of sight, out of mind. It was not. Anyway, so I'm hoping that he can get a bike and be functional at it, and we can all go on family bike rides now together. We'll see. We're working on that project. And it snowed last night. About a foot. I don't know if it's a foot, but eyeballish, it looks about a foot. And it's heavy, and I think it's kind of a rain snow now. Won't last. Just enough to make you have to shovel and do all that good stuff. All right, I think that's it, and I will see you next week, likely recording on Thursday, my normal time. All right, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.